Hello and welcome back to Cycling to Adventure. Today I like to talk about my least favorite and my most favorite saddle. So my least favorite is a 3D printed Physic Verso Adaptive. This is one of the worst saddles I ever had on my bike. It is very mushy and pushy on the back. No support. After 20 kilometers I've been in agony on this saddle. So for me, this is an absolutely flop of 3D printed saddle from Physic. Then I have here the Specialized Power saddle, which is actually quite a good saddle, I have to say. I was not expecting that it is so much better than the Physic saddle. The cushioning is much better in the back. You can easily slide a little bit more forward on the saddle and still have support for a nose-led saddle. This is a full carbon saddle. It's much better for me than the Physic one, but this is not my first choice of saddle. My first choice of saddle is the Infinity E1 or the Infinity E1X. So these two saddles are for me the best bicycle saddles you can buy. The difference here of these two saddles is here you can see the cutout of the saddle. This is exactly the same. It's just something inserted so you cannot see the cutout, and it's a little bit more like a hammock. Gives you a little bit more support. But this one, if you have seat bone problems, this is the saddle for you. Your seat bones going straight in here into the holes, so you have no contact with your seat bones. Your weight is supported on the rear. So yes, there is of course somewhere pressure has to go on a saddle, so the pressure goes a little bit more here on the side. But for me it is much more comfortable to ride for very long rides. When I say long rides, I mean rides with like 18 or 20 hours in the saddle in a period of 24 hours, going for 500 kilometer rides. And this is the one I love. Or this one, which does exactly the same. As I say, your seat poles, you have a little bit less pressure in the front on this saddle as you have a little bit more support here. It is just marginal different, but the Infinity saddle, for me personally, the best saddle you can put on your bike. It needs a little bit to be dialed in to make really use of it. It takes a little bit of time if you like to have it completely straight or a little bit nose down, a little bit more back. So you really go into a race position. I'm using this on my gravel bike, and my gravel bike is my road bike as well, and I have aero bars for going ultra distance on my bikes, and this is around the position I have it on my bike, so I can really sit here in the front in the aero position, and I can sit there for an hour or two without any problems. So if you look for a saddle with no more seat bones, pain, this is the one to go. Yes, I know it's not a cheap option, but this one is not a cheap option. This one is not a cheap option. And you can spend a lot of money on saddles. So what I can say, you want to get away from pain, Infinity E1, that's the one to go. The best saddle I ever had on my bike, and I believe the best saddle out there you can buy if you have seat bone problems and you have tried a lot. I have downstairs 20 saddles. I made another video, you can find it on my channel, where I say my least favorite saddles, but Infinity E1, go for it if you have seat bone problems. Otherwise, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe to the channel.